speed on the floor. Curry, who has the foul trouble, misses with his first attempt.
He was wide open on that medium range jumper. He was himself surprised that he couldn't finish that shot.
Now, Goran Dragic gets in, puts it up and in. He just kind of waited.
I think he was expecting Fareed just to come in there and try for the block, but he had a mismatch there against Irving back to the basket.
Well, it's a 5-point game. And Curry drives in and uses the glass.
That was a nice float right there, underhand shot.
Goran Dragic back to Balazic, hands it off to Lorbeck. Lorbeck, and his pass to Zoran Dragic maybe was a little too hard, or should Zoran Dragic have done better there?
I thought that Zoran Dragic was in a good position there to receive the pass. His hands just were not ready. I thought he touched the ball right there. Not a bad play by Lorbeck. I think he's a conservative player.
You know, they have to be crisp passes or else they'll be picked off. Harden dribbles up top. Now to Curry and Anthony Davis with the jumper and good box out. You can see by Balazic.
Balazic did a hell of a job there with Fareed.
And quickly to the other end is Goran Dragic.
That's a travel. That's a travel, I think. Yep.
Robert Lodemoser, the German referee, calls the travel.
He lost his footing, I thought, and when he drew the contact with Irving, he had to take a little extra hop, and it was called by the referees. Look at it one more time right here. Yeah, did you see that? Did you see that? How he paused right there? That's a travel.
Pass inside to Anthony Davis, and he misses. Zoran Dragic.
He had a mismatch against Lorbeck, then unblocked.
Well, Slovenia fans starting to make a little bit more noise here. Assisting their team is right in it. Goran Dragic. And the ball goes out of bounds, unnecessarily off Fareed.
That's a good strategy right there to go to the post-up situation with
Dragic.
With Goran Dragic against Irving. He's very explosive and strong.
An offensive foul called on Jura Slokar.
This is what you get with the Americans. They're just really picking up the aggressivity. So the Slovenian players just had to make it this big. I mean, it's an easy foul to call for the referees. I mean, Slokar just completely held Harden.
Now Slokar trying to box out Davis. They thought about throwing it over him. Harden now, 9 on the shot clock. Harden goes to work and falls down. Fareed, the incredible athlete that he is, gets it before it goes out and throws it into Irving, and nobody picks up Irving.
That's again how valuable Kenneth Fareed is for the team. He just falls hard for the ball. Second chance points.
Oh, beautiful play from Irving, and then quickly up to Curry, who goes in, and just like that, Dolphs has to call a timeout.
All of a sudden, it's a 4-point turnaround. Two quick baskets right there. The one that was scored in the last second of a 24-second shot clock, that was a real heartbreaker.
55-54, USA. Well, Shakira among the fans here. Refocus here. Things are going well, and all of a sudden, a couple turnovers.
You immediately get punished. If you make a mistake, you US try to immediately score an easy basket. That's what happened right there. Two succession. There was a good timeout there by US coaches to calm everything down. Just make sure that there's not a big gap opens up in the USA.
22.2 assists per game at Spain, the USA. That's the average. Look at the just terrific all-around play there with Fareed up to Curry for the fast break basket. So Dragic brings it up against Irving and passes passes over to his brother Zoran. Slokar for three.
Oh, that would have been huge there for Slovenia if he made that one, because he would have stretched things out and made it easier for the inside.
Curry drives in, and the follow from Anthony Davis.
And I think the Slovenians are going to have to bring their big guys back into the game, Zupan or Omic. They just need some reinforcements under the basket.
Dragic going to try to post up. Nope, it goes to Slokar. Good. Well,
Right. He can make it. I mean, he's a capable shooter. He's going to knock down the shot.
We saw him get hot against the Dominican Republic, but how do you stop this man? Well, Zoran Dragic comes from behind and helps out.
The only way you can do it is like if you get a help side, like on that situation was Zoran Dragic coming from the weak side, and Anthony Davis just did not see him.
Watch this.
You keep your position there if you Slokar, and you hope for a help from your teammate.
Irving. Entry pass to Harden. Now he gets some space, Harden. Puts up the J, and a foul called on Zoran Dragic.
Not a bad defense there by Zoran Dragic. He stayed there with Harden. That was one time where in the first half it was a very close situation when Zoran Dragic, when Harden was taking a shot, he just really came up close to him. And I think that the referees are just watching it now. Zoran Dragic likes to get really up to chest after the shot is taken.
See the angle from the spider cam. And Dragic is frustrated.
He's one of the 5 players that averaging in double figures. He's averaging 12.5 points per tournament. He's getting started on the points action right now.
Slokar takes another three. Dragic floats right down the lane and goes around Curry.
He was posting up right there against Irving. He had to come all the way around and just looped it to the hoop for a nice layup.
Irving right at the line. Good.
And this is what I like about Kyrie Irving. He's not a spectacular play, but he knocks down 2 points right there if nobody's close to him.
Corbett pass inside, and Irving fouled Dragic.
I think Slovenia is just really looking at it. Isolation Dragic against Irving there down low. I think physically there's a big advantage there for Zoran Dragic. They're trying to take advantage.
Here he is again. Anthony Davis is going to try to help out if he can, but somebody's got to be open. Quickly over to Balazic for three. He's short, but the long rebound. Slovenia had a chance to get it. Anthony Davis was diving around. Now Harden, and Harden comes up with it. Zoran Dragic doesn't want to pick up the foul. Harden goes down the lane. Oh, how did he make it? What a great shot from James Harden.
I mean, does he have the control of the ball till the very last moment? That was unbelievable. I thought the ball was completely knocked out of his hand. What a play by James Harden.
Watch Harden here as he gets fouled up top by Dragic. And just a terrific look at the concentration and the skill and the talent of the Beard.
It is some incredible control.
Well, Slokar goes out, Zupan comes in.
I thought that Zupan did a very good job mixing it up with the big boys there in the first half.
Yep, he did indeed. Just didn't become a factor outside. You know, if he can hit that three-pointer the way that Slokar did, that would be a bonus. 13 points, the advantage. And now Mr. Harden looks to be heating up a little bit. Dragic, guarded by Harden, gets into his brother. Now somebody's open, it's Zupan in the lane, and he didn't take it, and ended up paying the price from Davis. What a terrific block from Davis.
There was no contact.
Curry for three. And And that's going to start a fast break for Slovenia. Goran Dragic. And he missed it.
Now they gotta get back.
Kyrie Irving for three. Good! Well, that's what happens.
You miss your shot, 3 seconds later they knock you down the shot on the other hand.
And now the USA on top by 17, their biggest lead of the game. Dragic, good! That's a three, so he gets it back to 14. USA perhaps trying to quicken the tempo.
But boy, did they open up that lead quickly, United States.
They called a foul there on Zupan.
He was trying to front Davis. There was some talk and contact before, so the referees just watched it. This was the last three-pointer there by Goran Dragic over Anthony Davis.
4 team fouls on Slovenia after that last foul. And the entry pass to Anthony Davis.
Oh, baby, slam it home, Anthony Davis.
The set play.
Oh, what an athlete. What a pass.
Or Dragic, another three. Oh, and it went in and out. And Vlasic with the follow and the putback.
Good job by Vlasic. He was switched on by a smaller player. So he just used the advantage, got the offensive rebound, quickly went back up.
Kyrie Irving showing dazzling dribbling skills, and offensive foul, or the foul on the USA for boxing out. It's 2 fouls now. And Davis. So Anthony Davis has a couple. Nope, he's in 1 foul. Second team foul on the USA. Yeah, on the major scoreboard it says it's the 2nd foul. Zupan wasn't ready, and miscommunication, and a foul on Goran Dragic.
Look at the U.S. players just immediately racing down. This is just in the nature of the U.S. players.
They are off to the races, and now with the 5th foul, that means the USA at the line. Now Klobuchar comes in, Goran Dragic goes out.
He has really worked hard in the game. He's been guarding extremely well. The United States very alert. They understand the importance of Goran Dragic for his team.
James Harden makes the first.
Now look at Kenneth Fareed. I mean, he's just all smiles. Does he ever get tired? The manimal.
Well, he only played 12 minutes in the first half, so he had some time to store up some energy. Now the lead is 16 from Harden. Harden has now got 6 points. Klobuchar. Robeck's pass taken away by Harden. Harden in the open 4, 3-on-2 fast break to Manimal. Kenneth Fareed.
And he's pumped up. So is James Harden. Great cooperation between these 2 guys.
Vlasic trying to fend off Curry, but Slovenia turned it over. And the foul called on Goran Dragic.
And slowly but surely, Team USA is pulling off. Look at the last play right here. This is the beauty. No look, alley-oop pass to Kenneth Fareed. He finishes it off with the knees. That's why you watch basketball, for these plays like here.
Fareed now with 14 points. That's a game high. That's a quiet game high, isn't it?
Yeah, but both big guys for the United States, the starting big guys, Kenneth Fareed 14 and 10, and Anthony Davis 13 and 11. So double-double for both of them. Way to bring it on there for Team USA. points after turnovers, 25-6 in favor of the United States. That's really tough to score in the game.
Klay Thompson going to come in for Stephen Curry after those two made free throws, and the lead has now ballooned to 20 points. It was 7 at halftime.
It's 25-12, the partial score in the third quarter. The United States is just really establishing themselves.
Cousins has come back in for the USA. Omac's coming back in for Slovenia. Klay Thompson called for the foul. So that USA defensive pressure.
Well, they're not going to let up. There's no reason for them. I mean, they have so many players. There's no worry for Mike Krzyzewski that somebody will be in foul trouble.
Dragic misses. Prepelic goes in. And
good hustle by
off the hands of Harden. It's out of bounds.
That's Klobuchar who made a nice hustle play right there.
No real contact. So Prepelic bounce pass to Omic. That's the ball knocked out of his hands. Irving is told the ball goes off of him, so it's going to be with Slovenia. Ooh, it's close. Derrick Rose comes back in for Kyrie Irving as well. Klobuchar inbounds it. Goran Dragic. His pass, well, I think Omic didn't catch it because I think he thought for a minute it wasn't intended for him. Now Thompson. Oh, just a runner for Klay Thompson.
He just picks his spot right there, doesn't force anything with the contact, and makes a nice shot. Nice runner. That's a tough shot to make, Jeff. It's a technical shot.
Klobuchar, 1:52 to go here in the third. Now, inside to Ido Muric. And Muric fouled by Derrick Rose.
He got him on the arm. After the pivot, look at that one more time. Clearly a foul. Cousins was there to try to bother the shot.
Dragic comes out. Rejected the way this game is going right now. And Slovenia is coming back in. He's got 3, comes out. To 14 points, 4 USA players in double figures.
I tell you what, Slovenia looked pretty sharp there in the opening moments of the third quarter, but all of a sudden you get a 5-minute lapse and you look at the scoreboard and it's a 20-point game.
Well,
that's why we said you got to play a perfect game against the United States. No letdowns, absolutely no letdowns.
So far the USA with 12 points off turnovers in this quarter.
Wow.
And you talked about the difference in scoring, and that's where it is.
That is devastating.
Gay over to Rose. Rose loses it. Now quickly up to Ido Muric. And Muric uses his left hand and scores.
That was a very fast break there by the Slovenians.
Yep, they've got 6 fast break points now. Compared to 27 for the USA. Thompson, bounce pass to Cousins, and the strong Cousins goes up.
It's an unsportsmanlike foul, I think.
And unsportsmanlike foul has been called on Prepelic. Watch this. Yeah, he just really wanted to make sure he didn't make it, and Cousins is so strong.
That's pure muscle. That's pure muscle weight room. DeMarcus Cousins. Him and Drummond, those are the big bodies that Coach Mike Krzyzewski's got at his disposal. And he was not happy about his first half performance, so I'm sure he's got something to prove. He picked up 3 early fouls. He's going to be going against Miha Zupa now, who just checked into the game. He had a few words to say to him there in the first half. They were just bodying up underneath the basket quite a bit.
And the pass to Harden. He missed it, but the ball bounces over to Rose. Harden again. And ends up with a 3-pointer.
Right there, he says, I missed the dunk. No problem. You get the ball back, I'm going to make the 3. What a versatile player.
Final minute of the first half, or excuse me, of the third quarter, and USA in command. Slovenia need to make some threes here. Klobuchar banks one in.
They will take it. A lucky shot there for Slovenia. Good bounce.
And Rose just goes right down the lane and soars up.
And this
to the basket.
This is where it's impossible to guard him. If he's on the open court and you backing up, you're on your heels, Derrick Rose got to score it regardless. Has struggled with his outside shooting, needless to say.
Prepelic for three. Good! And that is a timeout for the United States. Prepelic, who had committed the unsportsmanlike, gets a little bit of it back for Slovenia. They're down 19. They're going to need something special. USA talking about it.
Turnovers here for Slovenia, 18 compared to 9 for the United States. As we go to the speed, and the United States has been able to score. You know you're in trouble and you guys. That is just way too many points.
And the points from turnovers.
Not a bad offensive direction by Slovenia. They've been able to score minimum.
This is something that Slovenia did much better after a lot of the damage was done. They've limited the offensive rebounds by the USA, considering they were down by 5 points at halftime.
I mean, I couldn't believe the number in the first
quarter.
quarter.
7 points at halftime, excuse me.
I mean, if you look at the stats right there with 14 offensive rebounds there in the first quarter, that was looking like a very big problem there for the Slovenians, but they managed to bounce back and only allow 6 in the quarter 2 and 3. Let's see what the Americans set up there for the last shot of the third quarter. I see Klay Thompson already spotting up there in the corner. I'm sure he's going to stretch the defense out. Both teams are in the bonus, so I'm sure that Slovenia doesn't want to make a foul.
That's right, so 11 seconds here in the third. And they're not going to pressure the ball. Here comes Rose. Harden. It's going to go to work against Slovenia. Puts up a three. Good!
You don't need to run any play. If you get James Harden, just give him the ball and get out of his way. That was the play that was designed for James Harden. He knocks down a big shot. It was a mismatch. What do you need to run? It was a mismatch. Slovenia switched on Harden, and he makes a nice shot. It was well out, but James Harden can make that. That's his range.
USA have hit a few three-pointers tonight, as you can see. 6 of 14, 6 of 18 on Slovenia. USA getting a lot of opportunities at the free throw line, and 20 of their 41 rebounds come on offense. Slovenia now at 29 rebounds, so they're doing a little bit better in that department.
And also they're shooting the ball a lot better because they started at 10%, only 1 for 10, and now they have been able to build it up to 33% when they 6 for 18. So a lot improved shooting there from the outside, but it's just coming way too late for the Slovenians. If you look at the foul trouble, Slovenia's got Slokar with 3, Zupan with 3, Goran Dragic with 3 fouls, so 3 players with 3 fouls on the side for the Americans. Stephen Curry stays with 3. Cousins got 3, so really no problem there for Coach Shevsky, who of course got a lot more talent, a lot more depth there on the bench. Here we saw the replay of the best action there between Kenneth Farid and James Harden when they finished off the fast break with a spectacular alley-oop dunk.
Look at that camera angle there. See the big hands go up for the dunk. You know, James Harden had no points in the first half, and 12 in the third quarter. There's Rose, poetry in motion.
But how about his outside shooting? I know there was a lot of discussion about him just not being a sink.
You know, something that he's going to have to keep working at. Derrick Rose is 4 of 8 from the floor, but his misses are coming from the jump shot variety. 86-64, USA leading Slovenia. 10 minutes remaining in this quarterfinal. The winner will face Lithuania in the semifinals. Slokar goes to work. And a little turnaround to the baseline. Rudy Gay with the rebound.
That's a finish shot right there against DeMarcus Cousins.
Gay for three. He's hit a couple tonight.
And it's a three-pointer number 7 there for the United States. 7 for 15, very close to 50%. So also shooting a lot better beyond the arc in the second half, the Americans are.
89-64, and Derrick Rose comes in and takes that ball away. He's going to pass it back to Cousins for the dunk.
You reward the big fella for running to the floor. That's what the guards like to do. If a big man like DeMarcus Cousins is running the floor, you just have to make it.
Well, it's going to bring a timeout from Slovenia. They've got a mountain to climb. There were games to be won before that as well. Lithuania beat New Zealand, so they would have played New Zealand. But as it is, they lost that last game when they had 2 points in the fourth quarter.
That was a complete meltdown there on offense for Slovenia. With shooters like they have and with the skills they have on the perimeter, it's hard to believe that Lithuanians managed to just hold on, hold them to only 2 points offensive in the last 10 minutes of that game.
Play starts up here. Dragic over to Prepelic and Zupan. And Cousins knocks it away into the hands of Harden. And the two-handed jam. And this thing's starting to get ugly now. The USA winning by 29 points.
Slovenia just gotta stay with it.
Dragic picks up the foul. That's 4 fouls on him.
That's a little bit of a frustration right there. He's had a difficult game today. He's up to 13 points and 3 rebounds, 3 assists, but he has worked extremely hard in all the minutes that he's been on the floor. This is the fast break finish there by James Harden.
Harden comes out, high fives everybody on the bench, believing the job is done. And Cousins was fouled.
That was another physical challenge there between him and Miha Zupan. Cousins goes down and Zupan is called for the foul. Zupan is just really playing some physical basketball there. He's undersized, but you know he's there. He's not going to give up. Thompson from the corner. That was a quick three-pointer right there, and I think that Miha Zupan is down now. So that was a little bit of a retaliation there from DeMarcus Cousins, and that means it's foul number 4. Yeah, 4.
And there you see the replay. So Cousins shakes his head. Dragic goes to Zupan for 3. Ball batted out before Dragic. Now he's going to take it back in and get the ball blocked.
That was a rejection right there by Cousins. Good job by him. I'm sure that Coach Shevsky likes to see that. You see the big man with the big body making his presence felt.
Balazic open on the baseline.
That's simple basketball right there. Good screen on the out of bounds play. A wide open shot for Jure Balažić.
Rudiger out on the perimeter, gets inside, hands it off to Cousins, and this is becoming Cousins' quarter.
Well, I think the Slovenians are just allowing too easy of a penetration right there. Then the defense collapses and there's somebody always open.
Dragic passes it back outside, and Balažić again has another one, a three-pointer this time.
If he gets hot, he can score a lot of points. Good job by his teammates to prepare the shot for him.
Now Klay Thompson goes to work on Prepelic. And good rebound from Norbeck. Goran Dragic. Surrounded by blue shirts. Over to Doman Norbeck for three. And hustling in is Prepelic for the rebound. Balažić trying to post up Derrick Rose. Now he gets it. He's going to try to take him, but he loses it out of bounds.
He was really calling for the lob pass right there, but his teammates didn't see him because he had a good position on Derrick Rose right there.
Drummond and Mason Plumlee in there watching the action.
Well, I'm sure now in the quarterfinals and on, Mike Krzyzewski is going to tighten up the rotation a lot. It's going to be difficult for those guys to get some run.
Curry dribbles in, bounce pass, intercepted. Nope, Cousins is able to get it back. And he makes the bounce pass to Rose, who kind of hangs in the air and puts it up. That part of his game looks pretty good.
Oh, no doubt about that.
Dragic. And a foul called on USA. 6:18 remaining.
I'll tell you what, if Goran Dragic puts his head down, I mean, he is awfully quick going to the basket. That was the 5th foul for Cousins, so he's out of the game.
So DeMarcus Cousins goes out. DeMar DeRozan is in. Anthony Davis is back in. Stephen Curry comes out. Over to Dragic, and Goran Dragic, his shot is no good. And now another fast break, and here it goes. This time Klay Thompson with the alley-oop dunk.
That's a textbook basketball fast break.
Goran Dragic. Zupan. A bit of a mismatch. We go back to Goran Dragic. And Zupan with the rebound. And fouled.
Looking at Goran Dragic. He's shooting 1 for 5 from the 3. If you remember the game against Lithuania that you spoke about, he was 0 for 5, so his outside shooting has struggled a lot. I think he's just dead tired. He's been asked to do so much for his Slovenian team that he just has to play. This was the last alley-oop dunk finish by Klay Thompson.
Well, that foul, so Dragic is out of the game. Omic with 3. It's a disappointing, I suppose, development. Mason Plumlee and Andre Drummond going to come into the game for the USA.
So still they're going to get almost 6 minutes of play, but because I assume they're going to stay on the floor to the end of the game. Look at Klay Thompson. He's up to 17 points. I mean, he's just so silent and effective with his scoring. And he gets the most minutes on average, over 22 minutes a game for Coach Krzyzewski. So he's really using him.
Here he is. His bounce pass inside to Drummond. And Drummond had a chance to get immediately on the board. He missed it. Now DeRozan's pass is knocked out of bounds.
Drummond, also one of the younger players here at the tournament at 21 years old. A big prospect.
Rose, there's the jump shot.
Finally, he finds his mark.
Now Klobuchar over to Goran Dragic midway through the 4th quarter. And Zoran Dragic banks one in.
That was a tough angle also to bank that 3 in.
Nikolic is going to come in at the next dead ball for Slovenia. Thompson, the jumper, good! And that was a 3.
He is unbelievable at this tournament. I mean, he is just so quick with his scoring.
Zoran Dragic gets in, throws it up too hard off the glass. Now, DeRozan out on the fast break. Has his pass intercepted by Klobuchar. But a foul is called. Foul is called on the USA.
Look at Kyrie Irving. He's still going to come back for D Rose.
So Nikolic has come into the game. Long one, Balazic, and DeRozan goes up and brings it down to Irving. But DeRozan has a way of, he really puts his head down with that dribble when he gets into that penetration so nobody can take it away, and it just explodes.
I think he's got such long legs and arms that he just finds a way to turn the corner. Very long steps he takes always to the basket.
When Dragic tried to bank in another one. And the 4th team foul called on Slovenia. So after that, the USA will see Rose and Reed. After this, they will get the free throws.
That was a tough shot by DeRozan. Look at, I mean, he was going away behind the basket. Nice shot.
Thompson. And Balazic is able to box out Plumlee.
If you look at Slovenia, the big outside 3, the Dragic brothers and Lorbeck all in double digit scoring.
Another turnover over to the USA. Alley-oop, and Drummond missed it again. Now Klobuchar. His pass intercepted by Thompson. DeRozan. Game is open. And the dunk.
That's what you said. You talked about. He's an incredible athlete. He can just explode after turning the corner. We've seen it so many times in the tournament. He just comes out of nowhere.
So not a happy ending to the FIBA Basketball World Cup for Slovenia.
Well, I think that Coach Snows is just not happy with the attitude of his players, that they don't play through, they don't play 100%. He just expects the same thing from all the bench players. Now you got, for example, Nikolic on the floor, he's 19 years old, so you can expect some mistakes, but he just wants his guys to get back, make a hard foul, and just finish the game strong. I mean, it is obvious that Slovenia is out of the game. It's a 40-point game.
And you got the 29 points off those 22 offensive rebounds from the USA. Sheer dominance.
But let's just finish strong. This is the message that he wants to send to his young players.
I guess the USA bench has come to play tonight when you consider Klay Thompson's had a lot of those 52 points.
The U.S. bench tends to come to play, Jeff, I tell you that. I mean, this is 12 talented players.
Here he is, DeRozan. Another look at that dunk.
But it's just unbelievable. I mean, he just beat his defender, and all of a sudden he just explodes after taking one step up for the dunk.
Now Nikolic. So bearing in mind the USA are the youngest team at the FIBA Basketball World Cup. This is great experience for all their players. But it's also a great experience for the youngsters like Nikolic and Omic. Really, when you're like Omic in that situation, you're going to have to go in and dunk it. Go up stronger to the basket because it's going to be blocked. Nikolic hands it off and shot clock violation. So 2.5 minutes remaining. USA threatening to go up by 40. Fans lining up, taking photos of somebody over there in the corner. I think it must have been Shakira.
Yeah, she was leaving the gym.
So anyway, DeRozan goes up another 2 for him. Klobuchar. Now it's pass to Omic, and Omic uses the glass. These youngsters will figure into the equation next year for Slovenia when they play at the Eurobasket. So again, this is an important time for them to impress in their limited action. Blazic tries to keep out Mason Plumlee, who goes back up, and the big jumper gets the two-handed dunk.
And this is the athleticism of Mason Plumlee. I mean, he gets the offensive rebound, and he's able to go immediately back up and slam it into traffic.
Mudic for 3. Thompson with the rebound. It was hard to believe this was a 7-point game at halftime. This thing has really gotten out of hand for Slovenia in the second half. Mason Plumlee, and this time Mr. Drummond throws it down.
And look at the passing skills of Plumlee. His teammates are just loving it, sharing the ball, share the sugar, pass it to the teammate. That always gets a clap from your teammates.
Klobuchar outside to Blazic. And Blazic's shot was blocked, and quickly to, oh, what athleticism from Mason Plumlee. Goes in and dunks it with the left hand. How in the world? He just looked so graceful, didn't he?
So easy for him. Former high jumper and long jumper in high school. Coach Shevsky said many times this guy can run and jump with anybody. Look at that. Just switches the hand in midair. Unbelievable display of athleticism from Mason Plumlee. Pretty spectacular. He only played 16 minutes there for New Brooklyn Nets. Got 12 points on average, but he's got bright future ahead of him.
Omic over to Klobuchar. And Plumlee travels. So Mason Plumlee played for Mike Krzyzewski at Duke University, just like all of his Plumlee brothers as well. So he knows the game plan. Anyway, here in the final 18 seconds of this game, that's been won decisively by the United States. Mudic into the lane, puts it up and in. So the final seconds ticking off the clock, and the applause for the United States and for Slovenia. Mike Krzyzewski's team moves into the semifinals. They will play for a medal here at this FIBA Basketball World Cup. They win it decisively. It was relatively tight at halftime. Slovenia had done a good job of getting it close, but the USA just pull away in the second half.